Hello, hello, hello. We are back again with SCALA Talk. So, I mean, what we have in front of us is a statement in itself, but I'm going to be asking the questions as a general human being that probably wants to learn about cars and knows absolutely almost nothing when one comes in front of me. But, Matt, first of all, thank you for coming back and answering some questions.
Not a
I
problem.
hope you can answer most of my tricky questions, or if not simple ones.
We'll see. We'll see how we get along today.
We will. We will. Right. So, I mean, I do see this, and you know what? The color, the rims. I love this forged stuff going on over here. Matt, what is this car?
So, what you're looking at is a 2018 Volkswagen Up GTi, and I will make the statement right now saying this is probably the best, I'm going to make up a new term right now, micro hot hatch that you can probably buy right now. You got a
Wow.
few little variants. You got like the i20Ns. You've got the VW Up GTIs. You can sort of classify a mini, but minis are a bit not so mini. They're a bit maxi nowadays. But in terms of like the sort of smaller hot hatches that you can get, this is where I'd be putting my money if I'm completely honest with you.
Mhm. I mean, I do see this forge thing going on here. Again, it goes with the color though. But
Yeah.
Matt, what is it?
So that right there is a forged intake. Anyone who's sort of been in the tuning world or sort of keeps up with modifications and whatnot, you've probably heard the brand Forge. Very reputable company. They do a lot of things for a lot of cars. They do a lot of VAG cars. So that right there is a forged silicon pipe with a forged cold air intake, and also with the forged sort of holding just to sort of like disperse some of the heat away from the intake. Now
Nice.
you have just sort of closed down the bonnet, which has exposed a pair of vents on the bonnet right there. They are actually functional. They're not like the AliExpress or TV ones that you sort of just stick on. They have been cut out, so that is feeding nice cool air into the engine, keeping everything cool, providing more air into the intake, and just giving it some more sort of breathing room.
I mean, I'm poking it right now. It definitely is real. Matt, I do notice these strip lines, and you know this little bit of thing going on with these headlights. What is that?
So, what you're seeing there is sort of like I believe they call it a
Honeycomb?
honeycomb. Yeah, I think it is honeycomb that they do call. I think you're correct on that. So you've got the honeycomb sort of chameleon style wrap across the two racing stripes on the bonnet, across the badge, the headlights, also around the fog light surrounds, the wing mirrors, the roof, and also the spoiler. So has a bit of a unique styling to it in comparison to like your standard up GTI. And let's be honest, how often do you see a GTI up? And then even more so, how often do you see a modified up GTI? So I would go as far as saying this is more of like a one of one car. Obviously, the term one of one is sort of thrown around often, but the fact that how often do you see an up GTI, especially a modified one, if you buy this, you definitely won't be seeing another person driving one just like yours.
No, 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 most definitely. I mean, we were talking about this earlier that you don't see many. I mean, you see ups in the VW section. You'd see ups, but you don't see a GTI that often.
Absolutely.
Um, Especially in this color. You know, at the same time, when you've got badges like that all around the vehicle, um, it's a it's a beautiful looking car. Now, Matt, I do have another question.
Yes.
I've noticed the AA inspection here.
Yep. Good eye. Good eye.
Yeah, I mean, lucky enough, I don't need to go Specsavers, but explain that a little bit and why do we get this on our cars? And I mean, it's not, hopefully, it's not a normal thing, but just for the general population, what is it and why?
So at Scala, we sort of like to do things properly, even though if it does mean it costs us a bit more. So that yellow sticker on there, you might have noticed says AA Pass. So every single week, we have a lovely gentleman from the AA directly come down to our dealership here in West Hendon, Broadway, and whatever cars we buy throughout the week, we get him to sort of have a look over all of that. I'm not going to specifically name who it is just because I don't know if you'd appreciate it, but we'll call him AA Man. So we
The
have AA
AA
Man
man,
pop
I like
down
that.
every single week. We every single car that we've purchased throughout that week, so it comes on every Thursday. So from Thursday all the way to Wednesday, whatever car we purchase, we take downstairs, and the AA man, I was about to say his name, the AA man, we'll call it for anonymity, I believe that's the right word. He essentially does a full 128 point check on the car. He does everything as if it's pretty much an MOT or gone in for a full service of sort of those like. So he goes for a test drive, he checks the tires, the brakes, seat belts. Literally, it's a 128 point check, absolutely A to Z. Anything that the AA man picks up, be it, pads are low, or there's a little rip in a tire, or discs are a bit lipped, or they're a bit warped, or I don't know, a bushing on the suspension has sort of just perished over time. He lets us know. He does a report. He does actually anything that needs done on the car. So the up that you're looking at did initially fail its report because it had a slight cut in I believe it was the passenger rear tire. So what the A man said, he said overall lovely car, test drive went absolutely beautifully, but I did see that it is a little rip in the sidewall. So after the AA man left, we ordered a brand new tire. We got that fitted to the car. He then came back the next week. He checked the car over again. He said, "Yeah, I'm happy with everything," and that's when he put the official AA pass stamp onto the car. All the reports are available as well. So when you do come buy a car from us, it's not so a secret. We have a full report that we are more than happy to also give you with that. It's both digital and we can also print out for you. But with the AA reports, it's just that peace of mind knowing that you're pretty much buying a like new car. Obviously, we need to appreciate that cars are used, but mechanically, you're not going to have any problems whatsoever with the car. And I'm not sure if you've ever looked into how much an AA sort of inspection costs, but you're looking at the better part of about £200. So that's another thing you just don't have to worry about. Gives you that peace of mind, saves you some money, and just essentially provides a guarantee that the cars are very mechanically well sorted.
I mean, it's great that you mentioned that it failed. That just shows the authentic side about the whole process of this all. It's not just about buying a car as a company and then getting a getting a reputable company and just slap a sticker on it. I mean, the job's being done. That's great to know. At the same time, for a customer or consumer that comes and is worried about certain things like this, there are particular areas where it's like a grey area where certain individuals look into it a bit more thoroughly. But knowing that it's AA passed and all the necessary checks have been done on not only this car but most of the cars that we have.
All of the
Um,
cars, I would say.
I mean, all of them, all
Every
of them.
single
If
car that
if
comes in.
if a vehicle would probably not have a sticker on it and you walked in, it's probably new. It's a new arrival.
Yep.
We need to do works on it or whatever it might be. Obviously, there will be days where there won't be a sticker on it, but that's just us taking our precious time to make it great for you as a consumer. Matt, before I go,
Yes.
fun fact about this car. Now, you were mentioning earlier about this one, what was it, BMW 140i
Yes. So
behind
I
back
would
alleys.
be
Talk to me about that.
I would be very, very confident in saying that on back roads, so on any B roads, even on a track, obviously in a straight line, horsepower always wins. So I didn't actually mention earlier that along with the forge intake on this car, it does actually have a stage one remap, so which takes it from its factory 1 litre turbo 115 brake up to 140 horsepower. Now, it may not seem like a lot, 25 horsepower. However, when you're talking about power to weight on a car that weighs, I'd say probably about 1,000 kilos to have 140 horsepower, it's definitely no slouch. And with the intake sound, it is absolutely a joy to drive. Now, going back to the 140, as I said, on a track or on some B roads, I can almost guarantee this will hold its own weight. You'd be sitting on the back of S3s, maybe not RS cars because that's a whole different league, but your Golf GTIs, your Polo GTIs, your 140s, your 35s, your i30Ns, your i20Ns. This thing will have no problem keeping up with it. I can pretty much guarantee that to you.
Wow, that's a fun fact for the day, guys. If you have any more questions, even related to this car, please do comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. The more you guys like our videos, naturally means the more you will get to hear from us. So if there's any questions, even relating to this car here or any other car that you're looking to purchase in the near future to come, you're more than welcome to obviously pop us on a message on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube even. So I mean, we're here to help, not just obviously come and buy our cars, but natural daily interactions. If there's anything that you would like to know about a particular car, we're always here to help. And furthermore, come and see, check this car out here. Come check it out, start it up, see it, listen to it, feel it, touch it. That's the only way you get to understand any car, matter of fact. No matter if it's 9K, 10K, 20K, even 110K, the price does not matter until you touch it, feel it, drive it. That's when you understand it, the dynamics of it. But signing off with this beautiful conversation that I've had with Matt. Matt, thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, take care.